everyone! So today I want to share with you my best recipe for chocolate chip einkorn cookies, or einkorn chocolate chip cookies, whatever you want to call them. But you use einkorn flour in it, and I am in love with einkorn flour. It has so much nutrition packed into it. It's high in protein, which is great for me, and if you are sensitive to gluten, you can most likely use einkorn flour with no problems. So I'm going to start out with our butters and sugars, and you can always tell that it's grass-fed by looking at the yellow color, and when you refrigerate it or freeze it, it just, I guess not freeze it, but refrigerate it, it doesn't turn the same rock hard that the normal butter from the grocery store would turn. I love getting grass-fed butter from discount grocery stores that often have butters even from local farms that are made organically and grass-fed, and they're really cheap, and I just stock up. So if you know any discount grocery stores, I would check there because they've been getting a lot of organic products where we're at. So a half a cup of butter, and then another half a cup of the refined coconut oil. And the reason why I do half butter and half coconut oil is because the texture and the flavor of the cookie when I do half and half turns out so much better. I actually did it just with butter the last time I made them, and Bodie, my husband, was eating it, and it was so buttery. Guys, it was so buttery. It was really good, but it was really buttery, and he noticed that, which usually he is like the load butter on top kind of guy, but he noticed it was really buttery and it was too much for him. And I was really shocked because he's not the type of person to say, yeah, I'll do the coconut oil, you know? But yeah, he actually liked it that way better. Not that he was going to say that out loud or anything, but he did. So anyways, half a cup butter, half a cup coconut oil, and then we're going to do 3/4 of a cup of coconut sugar and 3/4 of a cup of turbinado sugar. And you're just gonna stir that up. Yes, I do use the KitchenAid sometimes, but I don't know, lately I've just liked to use my hands and feel like I'm, I don't know, getting exercise or something. It's kind of nice to feel it actually cream together and get an idea of how mixed up it is. You really do want to cream it. You want to get it as mixed in as you can, and we're going to add the eggs in. When you add the eggs in, you definitely want to get a lot of air circulated in there because that's really going to help fluff up your cookies in the oven. Let's go ahead and add our egg. You want one large egg at room temperature. Get some good air going in here. You want to try and get it looking, it kind of reminds me of mousse, the way you pull it together to get as much air into the batter as possible. I'm going to add some vanilla, so 2 teaspoons of vanilla. All right, I think we're about ready. Mixing it will also kind of make the sugars all melt into the butters, and that's what you want. That's going to give it that caramely flavor, as well as not having the sugars be so granular. I mean, who wants to eat the little crunchy sugar pieces in their cookies? Not me, but I've got 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, because I always love to add a little bit of cinnamon to my chocolate chip cookies. Not so much that it gives it a real cinnamon flavor, but just enough to give it a kick. Then I've got a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And I'm just going to mix that up. Okay, so let's get this all mixed together. Now we don't want to over mix it because it does have the baking powder in here. We don't want to make it so it doesn't fluff up quite like we want it to. We just want to mix it enough that everything is together. We don't have flour hanging out around the edges. Okay, so when you do chocolate chips in the chocolate chip cookies, know that it's always best to use at least 2 different types of chocolate chips. That is, besides the sugars and the actual recipe, like that is the thing that makes a chocolate chip cookie. All right, I'm gonna finish mixing these up and then I'm gonna go get them ready to put in the oven. So these cookies you're going to want to put into the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 12 minutes. I like the middles of my cookies to be kind of soft when I take it out, and the outsides to be a little bit crunchy. So just watch to make sure that your outsides are cooked well and your insides are cooked fully, but don't leave them in too long. And here are the cookies. They look so good.